Mm.
Mr. Wright, you're muted. Still muted. Let me see if I have a setting on that doesn't allow you to unmute yourself.
No, no.
There you go. Good morning, Josh.
What's happening?
Almost afternoon for you.
It's just another day around here. Get you some of that.
You still deep in the snow?
Yeah, yeah. It's supposed to be 40 degrees today. I know it's coming down a little bit though, because I drove across my mother's lawn when I was over there. Because she's got this vent that comes out from her her furnace, and if you don't like it like builds up ice on it for some reason. I don't know, whatever.
Hmm.
Uh yeah, it's weird. Builds like a little condensation coming out of it. So like if you don't like clean it off, it'll shut itself off because it'll ice up over top of it. So yeah, I was over there and I was like, all right, well let's see how deep the snow really is.
Wow.
mm.
You guys gonna get hit again?
Oh, I don't care. I don't even know. I'm not even paying attention anymore. It's been a long winter.
Sean, I know you're doing some home improvements, but I love what you've done with the place.
Hey everyone,
Good morning, sir.
Oh man, look at this kid.
Hey, Mark.
you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson,
How are you?
long time no speak.
Yeah, right.
Where'd you get that background from, Jeff? Why don't I have it?
I
Ooh,
just
I like that.
I just made it.
You just made it.
Tech guys.
Hey guys, I don't usually make these, but I had some time today, so I thought I'd join in and see what's going on.
Well, thank you.
Holy shit, Jamie Robinson. What's up, dude?
As I said, I usually don't make it, but I had a chance today. So, how are you?
Yeah, same here. All good. All good, man. Good to see a friendly face.
We're still waiting on a couple people, so we'll give it a couple minutes and then we'll get started.
All right, well listen, I drove my ass off up from Miami to make it. So let's go.
It's not all about you, Mark.
No, I'm kidding. I know. Ooh.
It's just yerba mate.
Big Matt Brady, how you doing, sir?
Good. Good. How you doing, Jason?
Good, good. Hey, I wanted to ask, did you ever find out if Power Sports Amplify allows the SPP? Um,
We can make it work.
awesome. Awesome.
Man, as long as we're waiting for a couple minutes,
Yeah.
what would it take if we wanted to check that box on the TSB on every contract? If it was just automatically done, how much would we have to raise the rates?
Well, the checkbox is 200.
Right. But if you just made it happen on every contract, would it be $50, 60, 75? What number I mean, TSPs are on what, 30%, 40%, let's say? But if you got it on 100% of the contracts, what would you have to make it?
Well, it's not just TSBs that surcharge covers, right? So, yeah, it's 30%. Let's say it's 30% of TSBs. It's also salvage title, lemon law buyback, gray market. So those would come with it. It'd probably be that 200. Um, Here in the near future, we're going to have the ability to auto check that if that's what you want to do for specific dealers or for all your dealers.
Right, but if you're auto checking it for 100 cars and there's only 30 of them that fit that category, we're still collecting on the other 70. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it drive the price down? I mean, it can't be the same. It's got to be either less.
We,
How much less?
I'll discuss this with Jeff and Rich offline, and we can get back to you with.
Am I the only one that's got that question, or does it not come up for other people?
Um, it's a valid question, and I'll get you an answer. All right, I think we have everybody that we need in here. Just looking at who's in here, making sure we're not missing anybody. Madison, we ready to go?
Yes, I believe so.
Awesome. Okay. So I just kind of want to kick it off, just to explain to what we're going to go through today, and um, kind of some of the ground rules so that we can get through everything we need to get through. So the point of today is to introduce the entire team to everybody, to allow you to see each and every department, who's the head of that department, what that department does, and how that department can help you. What we're going to ask of you right now is if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Just for so we can get the flow going, because we do have several people that are going to be talking today. If we can wait for those questions at the end, and then we can just kind of rapid fire them all off all together rather than changing up the pace of everything. Does that sound good to everybody? Awesome. Awesome. So the way that we have it planned out is to go in kind of order of how you would interact with the personnel in the company, right? Um, the beginning of of all of it would be onboarding, right? You send in your dealer agreement, and that kind of starts the process. Um, from there, we'll go to the next department, the next department, the next department. Again, please just put those questions in the comments. I'll be reading them off in the order that we get them as soon as the last presenter's done. All right, Madison, it's your 5 minutes.
Awesome. So I'm Madison. I'm the onboarding and client relations director. So um, we recently readjusted how onboarding is set up. And this is with the agents in mind. So this is to better help you guys. So we have our first, I call it the first line of defense, um, our front desk receptionist, handling all incoming calls from our main line, the customer, you guys, the dealers, anybody who's calling into that main line. Next we have Kristen, our agent and dealer support specialist. Her whole position is revolved around being the main point of contact for you guys. So any questions that you guys have, anything you guys need, she is your go-to girl. Product ads, product removals, commission ads, anything like that. She is your main point of contact. Her second half, I call them the dynamic duo, is Ashlyn. Ashlyn's the behind the scenes person who's actually putting those changes into place. And we did that so that we could have a faster turnaround time. So that Kristen would be kind of the front end, so to speak, and Ashlyn's kind of the back end of things. So that we're able to do things quickly, while still, giving the care that we think you guys, have you guys deserve. We have Nikki, and Nikki, you guys know, she's been our onboarding specialist. You guys have kind of gotten to know her in that role that Kristen and Ashlyn have been in. Nikki was promoted into our product build lead position. When that happened, we broke that position into two. And that's why we chose to have that way. Nikki's position is all about building new products, rate cards, anything like that. So if you're asking for new rate cards, that's who that's coming from. Bethany, who you've also talked to, you probably recognize her from our front desk. You've probably talked to her a lot. She also was recently promoted into our brand and experience coordinator. And so she is also very similar to Kristen's position. She is involved in shipping and receiving all of our marketing, and really involved heavily in the Asian experience. So any feedback you have, please let her know. She is really invested in making sure that your experience is a good one.
Awesome. Thank you, Madison. I did forget to say this in the beginning. We are going to be sending out a contact list after this call. I see everybody kind of writing down names and what everybody's doing. You can still do that, please, if it helps you to write down the names, but just know we are going to send out a contact list so that it makes it easy on everybody, for all that. Awesome. Madison, I can't remember who was next.
I believe it was Heather.
Was Heather? Okay.
Yep. Next up, contract admin. So I know most of you, but if you don't know me, I'm Heather. I'm the contract admin manager. So we really handle our two main areas are commissions and cancellations, and then really any other various random, contract change requests or just various contracting things. So I really just wanted to talk about two new things we're doing regarding commissions and cancellations. So, um, firstly, most of you have probably discovered this by now, but we've implemented a new way of sharing information with you, particularly with commissions, but it's not limited to that. We could do other things as well with this. So, we have Google Drive folders that are only accessible by you. And, so we have to specifically share access with anyone that we would want to be able to see them. And so that's only you and anyone else that you have given us permission to share it with. Um, and so it's a lot more secure than the way we were sharing commission statements before, which was through email. Um, and so, and it's also just one central place that you can go to, see anything that we need to share with you. So I know some people have said, hey, can you actually just email me a copy of my 1099? And we've been able to just stick it right in that folder instead. And so it's just it's a lot more secure and it's just one central place. So, if you ever have any issues with that or, issues accessing your folder or you need us to resend you the link, please reach out. You can call us or of course, we have our contract admin email that most of you are familiar with. So yeah, so that's that. And then cancellations. We somewhat recently implemented a new way of processing cancels. So instead of the dealer having to go through PCMI or email, we just have one quick online cancellation request form now. And that's literally all the dealer has to do to request cancellation. They just have to go to that link, fill out the form and press submit. They don't have to email us. They don't have to make a quote in PCMI unless they want to for their benefit. And so yeah, we've gotten good feedback on it because it's it's a lot faster, easier, straightforward. And it has enabled us to also do cancellations a lot faster, which of course the dealers love. So if you don't have that link already, I will be putting a document in your agent folders pretty soon. And it'll have the link to that request form and also a link to various other, just various other links that you might find beneficial. Um, so yeah, those are the two things I wanted to talk about. And um, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather. Mark, I do see your question. We will get that answered at the end. Katrina,
Yes, I'm
I
next.
think you're up next.
I am the controller and manage the accounting and finance team here at Ascent, and we work closely in conjunction with contract admin and claims, ensure that payments go out for cancellations and for commissions. We also issue the annual 1099s, which Heather touched on. We're probably going to start utilizing the same folders to saved 1099 forms and also any AR agings for your dealerships. Previously, we are sending out emails with those as attachments, but I think going forward, we'll start putting those registers and those folders so you have easy access to your dealerships and any old unpaid contracts. Otherwise, I mean, I don't have much interaction with you all, but I'm always here for questions or you need assistance with anything payment related.
Very, very important. Awesome. Thank you. Remise, I'm gonna ask you to go next. Remise is part of a brand new department for us, a very exciting department for everybody involved. Takes a lot of the headache away from some of the things that we have to do. Remise, if you can just explain kind of, how what you do and how what you do helps our agents.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Ramisa. I'm the manager of our newly formed software department. So we mainly focus on menu integration and support, database management and reporting, and we have an in-house ID support. We have Morgan who's handling menu support and integration. He is doing a large part of our work ensuring our products and pricing are set up correctly in the menus and DMS and connected properly to our internal system so the information flows accurately. This helps us prevent errors and keeps deals processing smoothly. We also provide menu support to our customers by maintaining those setups, updating programs like when changes occurs or troubleshooting any issues dealer may experience with e-rating and e-contracting. The dealers can reach out to our team by phone or email. We will help them solve those issues as quickly as possible. Um, We have Rudresh who's helping us with data management and reporting to ensure the information is accurate and meaningful. And we also provide in-house ID support to our fellow employees with their day-to-day technical needs. Overall, our team works behind the scene to keep the system all connected and operations running efficiently. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramisa. Very, very important. Tony, I believe you're next.
Good morning. My name is Tony Rickstead. I'm the claims manager here at Ascent. I believe I've had the pleasure of speaking with most of you guys at some point in time. I'm typically the guy that you call when things don't go the way we want them to. My job here is managing the claims team. I oversee the entire department. I report directly to Mr. Jackson. Um, I work with you guys when, we got to discuss, reasons for denials, looking for goodwill, um, better explanations on why things are approved. Uh, I'm that guy. I'm also the guy who can help build out any reporting that you're looking for. If you want specific statistics on a certain dealer, I'm your point of contact. You come to me, I'll get that data to you as quickly as humanly possible so that you have all the ammo that you need in your tool belt to do what you got to do.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. Derek.
All right. I'm up next.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Derek Taylor, I'm the leader of the reinsurance team here at Ascent. I don't know many of you. So just as way of background, my background is in both accounting and insurance. I spent 7 years in public accounting. And then after that, about 15 years in the insurance world with roles like insurance broker, and I was in captive insurance for a long time, and of course the F&I space. So our reinsurance team consists of me and Allison and Trisha. Allison is our reinsurance administrator. She quarterbacks a lot of what happens when we onboard a reinsured dealer. She helps set up the bank accounts, sends the quarterly reports, works with the regulators. Um, and Trisha is our senior accountant. She does all the accounting work in the background for the reinsurance companies and makes sure we're all compliant with the regulators as well. Most recently, we hired Rudresh, who is part of Ramisa's team on the software engineering team, but is a dedicated resource to the reinsurance team. We're really excited about that. And so over the last year, we have been busy upgrading the systems we use in really all our departments, but includes the reinsurance department. Most notably, we have listened to our agent partners and our dealers to develop a new quarterly report for reinsurance. The new report is clean, concise. We feel it helps our clients make better business decisions. The upgrades to our systems were a big collaboration among all of the departments here at Ascent, with a special shout out to Ramisa and her software development team. We have plans over the next months and years to continue to provide enhanced visibility into the performance of your reinsured products. And please feel free to contact me if you'd like to have a one-on-one to discuss your reinsurance strategy for your current dealers, or if you have a dealer that would like to learn more about the advantages of reinsurance, please reach out.
Thank you, Derek. Yeah, I kind of want to expand on that. Reinsurance is part of Ascent's DNA. It's a really big thing of what we do and who we are. It's a big passion for Rich. as well as myself. It's something that we've that Derek and Ramisa and Rich have all taken on and really want to give a better experience than what's out there. And that's what you're going to see coming very, very soon is a lot more in-depth reporting, a lot more ability to see what's actually going on and how you can help your dealers. So if you haven't talked to Derek before, or maybe you're not comfortable with reinsurance, please reach out. Those are conversations we love to have and we really want to have with all of you. Jeff, I think you're up next.
Sure. Hey guys, I know most of you guys. I used to be the claims director here. That was my initial role when I first started out. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yep.
Now I'm in charge of operations, so I oversee multiple departments, contract admin, claims, software engineering. Uh, my role is to make sure day-to-day operations run smoothly, that we're always refining and making processes better for you guys. I'm always listening to agent ideas, talking to agents, working together with the agent to see what things we can do to be better and see what things we can do that are working really well. And we get a lot of good positive feedback from you guys, so I appreciate that. I'm the guy that's willing to jump into any situation in any department to help that department out. So if there is a situation that comes up with cancellations or contract admin or software engineering, I do have an understanding of all those departments to where I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty and jump in those roles as well. So I love to be here for the natural support of the agent. If you guys need to call or speak about a certain incident, or there's something that you just need to understand better, I'm the guy that you can call for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. And then last but not least, before we get into these questions, Rich doesn't always make these calls, and I'm going to ask him to kind of say a couple things.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks everybody. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us this morning. Very, very proud of our team and what they're able to accomplish. We understand who our customer is, and it's definitely you. So we appreciate your business. We've grown significantly over these last 3 years, and again, that's because of your efforts, and we're all very, very grateful of that. We continue to evolve here and try to improve. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We own up to them and try to improve them. So we don't mind your feedback. Don't be surprised if we're a little defensive of your feedback, but in general, we reflect and we make changes. And so we'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to grow again because of our efforts and yours. And again, very, very appreciative. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to spend with us.
All right. Thank you. If you have a question you haven't put in the chat yet, now's the time to get that out. I will be looking at the chat. Looks like we have a couple questions in here. First one's gonna be for Heather. Does a cancellation on cash deal go to dealer or consumer?
Yeah, we will always send the cancellation refund to the dealer. We never send it to the customer unless the dealer's closed or something like that. But yeah, we will always send it to the dealer. We never want to go over the dealer's head for anything. I mean, you guys are our first customer, and then directly after that is the dealer. And so yeah, we never want to overstep or go over the dealer's head. So it'll always go to the dealer.
Awesome. Thank you. Jeff, I forwarded you the next question. I think I know how to answer it, but I think it's more up your alley.
I don't see it in that chat, Matt.
Okay. Hmm. Are links for cancellation and commission changes somewhere on the website where they're easily accessible? They should be easily accessible by everyone, even without a Google Drive.
Yeah, so the links for the cancellations and the commissions are directly located on the website for the dealers. the dealer themselves is going to want to either contact us or uh, be in some way contacted with Heather or her team to guide them through this process if they've never done this before, because it's a multi-step, right? There could be a quote associated with it that they just want the quote or they want the actual cancellation. So there is links, and we're working hard to make those accessible and even better in the future. Like Rich said, I'd like to echo, we're always working to make it better. We are constantly working every single day to make our programs better, more efficient using technology, bringing just general things into this space that also feeds off of the agent feedback. Hey, this is what works for us. This is what's easy for us. Can we try to implement those type of things? So yes, we do have direct access there, but we're always trying to make it better, and we welcome feedback.
All right, Tony, this question's for you. How far away is the ability to see claims again for the agents?
That's a great question. I'm going to defer that one to Jeff since he works more closely with the developers than I do right now.
Repeat the question, please, Tony.
How far away is the ability to see claims again?
To see we're not too far off. We're actually very, very close. When we do it this time, we want it to be right. So we want to have a nice clean dashboard for all the agents to be able to access one-stop shop. You'll be able to see the claims, but also you'll be able to see stats within those claims, details within your dealers. So you're going to have access to everything in one space. And that's the major goal. Outside of that, Tony can, if you directly contact him, or you email him, he can provide you statistics on all of your dealers and give you insight into those dealers. He's also accessible by cell phone, text message. You can call him directly there. But ultimately, where our end game with you guys is to make it a nice one-stop shop so that you can see everything in one place and it's super convenient and easy. And then we can just keep adding to that, right? So once we have that nice central location, we can keep building off of that in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Next question's coming from Jason. Any way to add surcharge in PCMI to Powertrain Plus program to cover AC? So adding the surcharge to just Powertrain Plus, no. But correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, we just recently filed a contract with that surcharge on it.
Correct. Yeah, we just filed the contract. That should be in play here very soon. Madison and her team will have that up and operational very quickly, and then we can work to try to auto check that box. But we've added electrical, we've added AC, we've added 48 and 60-month terms to that Powertrain Plus. We've changed the enhanced limit of liability to NADA. So there's a couple really, and no use, no lose. We've added that also. So we've really tried to expand that program. Really excited about, what that'll bring us and our agents.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Any ETA on when that goes live?
I would say in the next 2 weeks, you'll start, it's all filed in all states. We just have to finish the building. So I would say within the next 2 weeks, you'll see that being rolled out. We'll send a notification out to everybody just to let you know it's live.
Awesome.
Mark, I think that answers your question. Yes, you're good. Thank you. All right. No more questions in the chat. Does anybody have any questions they just want to get out in the open? Now's your time. All right.
Well, man, I just wanted to bring up that the TSB. Am I just the only one that ever has questions about TSBs, or is it other people have it? How do they overcome it? One of the questions is if they don't check the TSB box because there's no TSBs on that car, and 2 years from now there are TSBs, they couldn't have, it's not going to be covered, correct?
Correct.
So that's why I'm asking the question about they couldn't have known now, how much would it take to add it to every contract? If it's $70 or 60 or, but maybe I'm the only one that's ever got these questions that come up.
Is that something that if they overlooked a surcharge, they, if the dealer paid it after the fact, they could get a claim covered?
Not if there's an open claim. We're not going to allow, just like any of the other TPAs out there, we're not going to allow you to pay a surcharge to get a claim paid. Now,
Yeah.
if you paid the surcharge, you forgot it, hey, we forgot to pay the surcharge, we pay that, come back to us, say we paid the surcharge, and then a year later something happens, sure, right? But to pay a surcharge, get a claim paid, no. But again, David, that's something that Rich and Jeff and I will talk offline, um, and see if there's something we can do. But, and David brings up something important. We are, you know, we build the programs, we administer the claims, but we need your input. We need to see, know what you're seeing out there from competitors or what the market needs. You know, are there things that dealers are asking for that we're not doing? Are there things that other TPAs that are doing that we're not doing or that we could do differently? Um, we need to know all those things, and your input is so valuable. There's a whole lot more of you than there are of us. So,
Well, it
please
sounds like, sorry, it
go for
sounds
it.
like you guys are going to be doing a solid job when that new Powertrain Plus comes out because my thing is, I was wondering if you guys are looking into, a higher mileage program, but with the Powertrain Plus going NADA, ACV limits a lot, and then you're 20 years back, 200,000 miles, that'll open up a lot of doors and then options for more coverage on the Powertrain Plus. Uh, and that was one thing I wanted to address on this call, but it sounds like you guys are already on that and see the need for it.
Jason, we also, one thing I forgot was we increased the years eligibility to 25 years and
Yeah.
increased the miles to 250K. So
Oh, wow.
so
Yeah.
it's a significant program. You're not going to be able to select NADA value at a 225,000 mile vehicle.
Yeah.
We'll probably cap that off at I think right now it's capped off at 175, but I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, when we came, we named it Powertrain Plus, but there really wasn't a plus.
Right.
Mark has pointed that out to us a couple times. It really needed to have AC in it, and we added the electrical piece. So it just took us a while to get it to market, but we're very excited about it also. So thank you.
Yeah, no, and I love Ascent and the programs y'all offer, and that was just one thing is, I'd have to tuck in another provider in fear of missing out on any of those high mileage deals that weren't gonna, we weren't gonna have any coverage for. So, that's tremendous that you guys are on that.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else? Sean?
Will that contract you're talking about, Rich, replace the current Powertrain Plus automatically with the dealers we currently have signed up?
Yeah, I think that's the plan, Sean, is that we would just roll it out because nothing's going to
Yeah.
change from the dealer perspective, although we're open to feedback. So
I like it a lot.
yeah, so yeah, if we can just slide it in there, it certainly is going to make it easier for us.
Cool. I like it.
Great question. Anybody else? Jim, you good?
I'm good. I like all the changes you're talking about, and it's really nice to get another understanding of the layers of management. You guys have been on the move, changing quick on the fly, and there's been a lot of times we've reached out to someone that no longer handles that situation. So, sending out that sheet that I can pass out to my guys so they know who to call is going to be very beneficial. I love the opportunity with this new Powertrain Plus for the higher mileage stuff. That's a great opportunity that I've been thinking more about David's conversation in the TSBs, and we don't see a whole lot of issues there. I guess what kind of store you're in, I'm assuming Ford had to create a whole new online database to keep all their TSBs and recall crap that they're dealing with. So it probably
Mhm.
stores that you're in. My thoughts are, hey, add it. But I remember guys, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Smart Auto Care that was one of the first ones to come out and add it into the contract itself without a surcharge, and it saves some headaches. That's for sure. At what cost, I don't know. I think Ascent is in a position where they're priced so competitively right now. I hate to put a position where we add $200 each one of them on something that's so minimal, or as far as percentages are concerned, and
Mhm.
they're not always a fix. TSBs most times are just telling the dealer what they need to do to correct the situation. Well, we're not going to pay for that. If it's not a breakdown, I mean, this is life insurance, guys. It's got to break. So I don't know that adding it across the board, unless it was at a much lesser surcharge, which I think David's bringing up, is it's not going to be on every vehicle. So $200 that's just not realistic. But I think you guys, with all the knowledge and information that you have, could dial that into something that was more realistic. That as long as Rich, if we don't have to go out and do another filing, right? It's something that could be
Mhm.
that it might be worthwhile. And I think the market that we're getting into today is going to continue these same issues with these manufacturers. They've all got some big problems right now, and with that, this is going to roll out and play out for the next. You guys tell me 3, 5, 10 years. I don't know, but it's
Mhm.
be a headache, that's for sure. So I think it's a great opportunity to at least look into and see if it's something that's palatable. But is it absolutely necessary? No. If you've got a dealerships getting with it all the time, let them hit the surcharge. I mean, they're the ones that are dictating what the price is, whereas we put it in there and we roll it out to dealers from the very beginning. I don't know that it's going to be a huge sale. A lot of finance guys don't know what a TSB is.
Mhm.
And these guys, I know most of you guys on there, we've all walked in, and if you're $75 too expensive, some people tell you to go away.
Mhm.
Depending on your situation, I think I love having the surcharge the way it is today, and it keeps the pricing where it needs to be. But if it came down to where it was like a $20 ad or a $30 ad across all of them, we can hide that.
Mhm. Yeah, that's great feedback, and thank you, Jim. I really appreciate that, and Dave too. I will definitely. Matt and I and Jeff will huddle up after the fact. No refile because we didn't put the. I don't believe the prices on the contract. So I think we could make an adjustment. Let's just look at some data, and then we'll circle back to the team.
Awesome.
Matt, one last thing, if I could. Um, when you call into other TPAs, I think it's pretty popular to have your phone systems go into a tree. I call them the electronic tree, similar to a Verizon or somebody that you have struggled with to try to get a hold of a live person. And since the day we started Descent, we've really tried to not have that type of an experience for anybody calling in. And it's something that I fought since the day we opened our doors. And so we continue to fight with that. We're trying different things to try to accommodate the phone volume. Jeff, last month we had, or this month in February, we had over, was it close to 5,000 calls?
Yes, that's correct.
So when you go incrementally from 100 calls to 5,000, you can imagine there's a lot of struggle with trying to figure that out. So to Jim's point, being able to reach somebody or know who to reach is on us. We need to do a better job there. But we're like I've said and Jeff said too, we're constantly trying to figure that out. So any feedback you can give us, I'd appreciate. Just remember, we're always pushing back against the dreaded, digital tree that you get locked into that now is going to become even more frustrating with AI. So just keep that in mind. But we appreciate the feedback. We appreciate your patience. So we're trying, we're working hard to try to figure out how to manage this with a live person opposed to an answering machine. So, but thanks, Matt. Just wanted to mention that at the end.
No, yeah, thank you. Just want to make sure everybody's got their questions out. I think we're good with that. For those of you that are going to be at Agent Summit in April, please keep us in mind for our party's going to be Monday night. So it's going to be the first night. Jim, I have an invitation I can shoot over to you so you can register. Mark, you as well. Anybody else? Just let me know so we can start getting you guys all on our list, and that way you can have your days planned out and your parties planned out. Perfect. All right. Well, I really want to thank everybody for joining us. It was our hope that you get to know our team, get to feel a little more comfortable with the department heads, and who you can go to with what. I really hope we accomplished that for you today, and we all appreciate the business that you bring to us. It means a lot to the Ascent family, and thank you for everything you do.
We thank you,
Thank you,
Matt.
everyone.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.